This is a fun project that would be great for beginners. For this project, I used a 30-inch gold chain. You'll need 2 O-rings. Mine are a little bit too big. These are the ones I had on hand, so a little bit smaller O-rings, and then a clasp for the necklace. I'm using 3mm single twist cotton cord. I will leave the measurements in the description box below. You'll need 6 strands. 4 of them I used were 40 inches, and then you'll need 2 50-inch strands of cord. I'm just going to use tape to tape down my chain while I'm doing this project. And then I also use the comb to brush out the fringe at the end, and then a good pair of scissors. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my ends together at the top so I can find the center of the chain. I need the first 2 cords to be centered. And keeping my finger on the center, I'm going to put a couple of pieces of tape so that way I can mark where the center is here and get these first 2 pieces of cord attached. You're attaching your cord with a lark's head knot. Might have done this a little bit too tight. Now when you first put this on, don't try to tighten it all the way just yet, because once we get these first 2 attached, we want to make sure that they're centered before we really pull them tight. Remove the tape, and then by just grabbing the top part of the chain, making sure that the ends are put together at the top, pull it and see if they are in the center. These are a little bit off center, so I need to pull it over to the left just a little bit. Okay, that should be good. And now that yes, these are centered, so now just tighten your lark's head knots. And then you're going to add the rest of your cord. You want the longer pieces to be on the ends, so you have 2 more 40-inch pieces. You need to do 1 on each side of these, and then your 50-inch, you do 1 on each end. And now we want to create a V effect using double half hitch knots. So grab the first strand on the left and do your first double half hitch knot. And the key to getting this in the V, or kind of that diagonal effect, is just being sure to hold the rope in the direction that you want it to go in whenever you tighten your knots. So whenever I pull this tight, I'm holding the cord in the exact place I want it to end up in the end. We are going to do these double half hitch knots this way for the first 5 strands. Now you go to the right side and you do the same thing. We're just going in the opposite direction, but the knots are still the same, and you're going to do this for these next 5 strands on this side. Now to connect these, you're going to take the right side and put it over the top of the left side, making the left side the working cord, and do another double half hitch knot to connect this and make it a clean looking V. For our next row, we are going to do vertical double half hitch knots which is similar, but there's just a little bit of a difference for these knots. For a vertical double half hitch knot, the first cord is actually your working cord the entire time. So you're going to take that and go under the first piece of cord and do your double half hitch knot. And for each strand, you're using the same cord as your working cord. And you're going to do the vertical double half hitch knot. I actually only did the first 4 because I want to show you how to connect them. It's a little bit different. So we're going to do this 4 times on this side, and then we're going to go to the other side using the far right cord as our working cord and do the same thing, and I'll show you how to bring that together in the center. And on this side, you're going to take the first cord as your working cord, and you're going to do 5 vertical double half hitch knots. Now go back to the other side and grab that same working cord and just finish the row doing 2 more of these vertical double half hitch knots. Now we're going to repeat the first thing that we did. We're going to make the V with the double half hitch knots. So you're going to do a double half hitch knot for the next 5 strands. And repeat the same thing on the right side. You're going to do double half hitch knot with the next 5 strands. And connect these again using the left side as the working cord and doing the last double half hitch knot. You actually could stop here with the design if you would like, but I did 1 more row of the double half hitch knots on each side to give it 1 more layer. Now trim off any extra cord that you don't want. The length of the fringe is totally up to you. I wanted to keep mine a little bit longer, but I'm going to trim this and then just comb out the cord using my comb. You can also use a pet brush. Those work really well to do the fringe. When I trim, I just take a little bit off at a time and just try to get the shape I can as I go. A really good pair of scissors is everything with this part. Mine, I'm due to get a new pair of scissors. Mine are getting a little dull, and whenever you're cutting this with a pair of scissors that's not the greatest, it makes a big difference. But yeah, just keep trimming until you get the length and the shape that you want. There's really no method to my madness other than just taking a little bit off at a time until I get the shape that I want. Now I'm just going to show you how to apply the clasp to the chain, but other than that, this is complete. I hope you guys are enjoying my tutorials. Love if you have any questions or comments, please let me know, and I will see you guys next time.